Two Vegans and the Black Guy, coming to you with another video. We've heard your requests, want to see more of me on camera doing stuff. Here I am. And today we're going to be doing a very delicious, very simple, very easy vegan margherita pizza. It's going to have some vegan mozz, a little bit of tomato sauce, yeast, a little bit of basil. It's going to be pretty simple, pretty easy to do. Let's show you how it gets done.
Also, yeast is just because we're making the dough.
Yeah.
We don't put yeast in pizza.
Is yeast vegan? All right, team, so we're gonna go ahead and assemble our dough rather. We've got 2 cups of flour. We're gonna go ahead and pour in here very simply, make sure it's in there. And one of the things we wanna do while having the flour in the bowl is we wanna construct a well. And in this well, we're gonna place our yeast. So the yeast goes in next in the well, right here in the middle. Very nice and simple. Next, we're gonna add a half a tablespoon of salt. And by the way, that was 1 packet of active yeast. We're gonna add our tablespoon of salt. Oh, that is stuck in there. Wow, that is good stuff right there. There we go. Adding our tablespoon of salt to the well. Next, we have a pack of
It's so obvious that you're reading them.
man. Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
It made me fall out.
I was really trying to hold it. Oh, it's so
Oh no, my Jordans. So, I've created a well using our 2 cups of flour. To that well, I've added a half a tablespoon of salt and 1 packet of active yeast. Now, the next step we're gonna do is take some of our olive oil. It's gonna be about 2 tablespoons. And we drizzle it around, oops, catching right there. Drizzling it around the rim. A rough 2 tablespoons. That should be about enough. Last to that, we're going to add 3/4 cup of warm water. You wanna make sure this water is warm because that will help to activate the yeast. And then we're gonna let that sit for a little bit, probably about like 15 seconds or so. You should see some bubbling in the yeast. That'll make sure you know it's activated. And then we begin the kneading process. So make sure everything's mixed up together. Oh, wow. Oh, that is thick. Some would say dummy thick. Give it a good roll and press, roll and press, roll and press. And you wanna do this process for about 10 minutes or so. But yeah, just take care of it, you know? This is gonna be the core of your pizza. This is really the base of the pizza. You build everything on top of this foundation. Just as a heads up, you don't have to use your own dough. You can get some at the grocery store, it's pretty simple. You don't have to use the kind we made ourselves, but feel free to use whatever you want. Last step we're gonna do before the dough is ready to be used as a pizza crust, get our towel, dough's right here, just cover it with a towel and set it aside. So for this recipe, we're gonna be using 2 cans of fire roasted tomatoes, half a teaspoon each of salt and pepper, 1 teaspoon each of basil and oregano. Finally, we're gonna be finishing off with half a cup of water and half a cup of red wine. For this recipe, we're using a Cabernet Sauvignon. We're adding to the saucepan here, we're gonna take our 2 cans of fire roasted tomatoes, gently add them to the saucepan. We already have it on a really medium heat. Adding that in, making sure it is good to go. Again, we have a half a tablespoon each of salt and pepper, adding that to the dish. Then we have a teaspoon each of basil and oregano. Finally, we have a half a cup of water. And then we're gonna finish it off with a half a cup of red wine. And again, if you don't want to use red wine in your recipe, you can use another half cup of water instead. As we get this sauce ready, we want to bring this up to a nice boil. And then once it reaches a boil, we're gonna lower the temperature to a nice simmer. We're gonna let it simmer for about 20 minutes or so. And then we're gonna mash up the tomatoes as well to get the consistency for the pizza sauce.
Set the wine over on that table, Nick, where it'll be safe for consumption.
So, we're gonna start preheating our oven here. We're gonna get our pizza stone all nice and prepared. But more generally speaking, we wanna use the oven at 450 degrees in order to cook the pizza for about 30 minutes or so. It'll be delicious. Our dough is ready. Let's go ahead and show the big reveal. Ooh, oh yeah, that's the good stuff. That's the stuff we like to see, yes. So, oh, ooh, yes. Yes, queen, look at that. Okay, she's ready. So, placing the ceramic down there, getting everything ready, giving it a big toss. And again, we're making 2 pizzas, so probably gonna split this in half. There we go, that's good enough. And really just wanna try to start getting nice and doughy with it. I've pulled in Julian to help me with the dough assembly, the pizza crust assembly, really. He is experienced in this. I am but a simple noob, and god damn, do the Frenchmen know how to cook? Am I right or am I right? I mean, just be honest.
All right, so what we're doing here is you're getting a little bit of olive oil on a pastry brush, and you're brushing oil on your dough. This is gonna help it bake a little bit better and keep its moisture inside.
Stage 4, boys. Here we are in the end game. Just like Stephen Strange said to Tony before he was dusted the first time, we're in the end game now. Anyway, we're gonna pour our sauce into our pizza. That's one of our final steps here. It's a very simple assembly. We're doing pasta.
I'm not doing pasta. Sauce, mozz, basil.
Don't you dare look at me right now. Don't you dare look at me. I'm not looking at you. Get away from me. Get away from me, you demon. Get away. Okay, so we're in the end game now. We're assembling our pizza finally. We're gonna put down our pizza sauce first, just a gentle amount. We've already oiled our dough, and now we're putting down the sauce. And we're gonna put down a little bit at first, and we're gonna try to get a nice even distribution. We're gonna get a little bit of a rustic flair to it. And one of the beautiful things about this pizza is that as it cooks in the oven, a lot of these gaps will actually spread out and be filled naturally. Final stage, as mentioned earlier, we've got our oven set to 450. The pizza is done. It's looking fantastic, boys. So, and ladies, excuse me. So we're gonna take it, lift it up, give it a little bit of love. Look at that. And we're gonna bring it to our oven, set to 450. And we're gonna put it on the top rack. Oh, that is spicy. Woo. And there we go, looking good. And we're gonna let that cook for about 30 minutes. We should definitely record that pizza at some point. That is ridiculous.
At some point, yeah. If you like this pizza that we are making and wish to see this other pizza, let us know.
Comment, like, subscribe below, share to your friends, share to your coworkers, share to your family. We're here to teach you.
Watch it while you I just ruined it. Victory!
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're reaching the final apex of our video here. The last thing we have to do is add a little bit of this lovely garlic oregano butter that we've made here. Again, vegan butter. We're gonna take this, we've microwaved it very briefly to melt it down, and we're gonna get it ready with a nice little kitchen brush, and we're gonna drizzle it and paint it, and look at that bubbling. And we're gonna paint it ever so gently around the corners here. And that's gonna give us a very nice garlic crust, and it's gonna be absolutely fantastic. That is the final product. This is our vegan mozzarella margherita pizza. Basil, tomato sauce, vegan mozzarella, mio cobrando. Very delicious, very fantastic. You guys are gonna love it. All right, team, this is it. This is the final product. Me and the boys here.
Looks so good.
Vegan mozzarella pizza.
It's falling apart on me.
That sauce is so good.
The sauce,
Oh my god.
the basil, bro. The basil.
The wine is really what's
The wine is, yeah. If you don't drink, I understand not using the red wine, but reconsider.
That's good. It's very, very good. All right, so
Oh my
that is gonna be it. Vegan margarita pizza, vegan mozz, salsa, sauce, dough. Nice brush on the dough at the end. Very simple stuff. We'll be back with another video very, very soon. Thank you for watching our channel. We really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
I want to cheers pizza.
Okay. Yeah, so what we're doing here is we're chopping up our mozzarella. We're gonna cube it up and place it strategically on the pizza. And that way it will melt.
And I would have made a pizza too if it wasn't for you and you meddling kids.